Well, hi, all my friends. Let me turn that off. So just catching up on the news here, and that also may help you as well. So I guess Sarah Huckabee is still going to be the press secretary, and so that's great because I think she's doing a really good job and kind of a no nonsense gal, and I like that. I like people who are direct and just tell it like it is, and at least that's how I see her. Is that how you guys see her? Anyway, so I'm glad she's still going to be doing that. And Sarah Scaramunzi, Scaramunzi, however you say his name, um, Scaramucci. Does he have a first name? That might be easier. Anyway, he seems like a pretty cool guy. He likes to work with people. He's never had people under him. He sees them more as collaborators. I like that. I think that's very 2017-ish of him. Um, and yeah, so he seems like a pretty good guy. So far, so good. Our mandate as Christians is to support our leaders, and he's in service of the president, and we are to pray for our president and the administration and cabinet and so forth, that our leaders are doing the right thing. I personally would prefer a smaller government. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, okay, so we're in chapter 38. Let's get going on it, and make sure that you do pray and allow the Lord to work through you as you hear God's word. Remember that it's not all literal, that there are other meanings to the Bible. It's multi-layered, just like heaven is and hell and so forth. So, as I said before, Jeremiah, accused and cast into the dungeon, Ebed-melech gets him some enlargement, his counsel to the king. Then Zedekiah, the son of Matan, and Gedaliah, the son of Pashur, Jokal, and the son of Selemiah, and Pashur, the son of Malachiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, He that remaineth in the city shall die by the sword, by famine, by pestilence, but he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. Thus saith the Lord, This city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon army, which shall take it. Babylon being evil, if they, if they should flee it, if they stay, they'll be swallowed up, basically, okay? So, anyway, therefore the princess said unto the king, We beseech thee, let the man be put to death, for thus he is weakened in the hands of men of war that remain in the city, in the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. For this man seeketh not the welfare of his people, but the hurt. Then Zedekiah the king said, Behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah, the son of Hamelech, and was in the court of the prison, and they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water but mire, and so Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Okay, now, when Ebed-melech, the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs, which was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king, then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-melech went forth out of the king's house and spoke to the king, saying, My lord the king, these men have done evil in all that they have done to Jeremiah the prophet. whom they have cast into the dungeon, and he is likely to die of hunger in the place where he is, for there is no bread in the city. So here's this eunuch, okay, whether he made by man or born that way, a homosexual, okay, or not, could be, maybe not, intercedes and is speaking up for him and trying to save him. And the king commanded Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, saying, take from hence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. So Ebed-melech took the men with him and went into the house of the king under the treasury, and took hence old cast clouts and old rotten rags, and let them down by the cord into the dungeon to Jeremiah. Must have been pretty deep. Okay, and then Ebed-melech the Ethiopian said to Jeremiah, now put these old cast clouts and rotten rags under thine armholes, and hold the cords. So under the arms, And Jeremiah did so. And so they drew up Jeremiah with the cords and took him out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing, hide nothing from me. Something just came in my mind. Okay, in heaven there's 3 levels. Then you have Father, Son, Holy Ghost. There's 3, I don't know, just 3 just came into my mind for some reason. I don't know why, but anyways, I just thought that was interesting. Okay. Then Jeremiah said to Zedekiah, if I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee a counsel, wilt thou not hearken unto me? Okay, so Zedekiah the king swore secretly to Jeremiah, saying, as the Lord liveth, that made us, this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee to the hand of these men that seek thy life. So, no, I'm not going to kill you, just tell me what the Lord said. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, if thou wilt assuredly go forth into the king of Babylon, princess, then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live in thine house. So it shall not be taken up by evil. You're going to have to go into captivity, but you'll live, okay, if you should do that. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princess, then the city will be given to the hand of the Chaldeans. They shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of their hands. So you'll perish. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. And Jeremiah said, they shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto thee. So it shall be well unto thee, and thy soul shall live. But if thou refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord has shown me. Behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princesses, and those women shall say, thy friends have set thee on, and shall prevail against thee. Thy feet are sunk into the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all the wives and the children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shall be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and thou shalt cause the city to be burnt with fire. Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, let no man know these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come unto thee, and they say unto thee, declare unto us now what thou hast said unto the king, hide it not from us, and we will not put thee to death, also what the king said unto thee. Then thou shalt say unto them, I present my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there. So instead of telling him what you told me, tell him this. is what he said. And then come to the princes and to Jeremiah and ask him. And he told them according to all the words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived. So he deceived them. And Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken, and he was there when Jerusalem was taken. Chapter 39. I'm just going to jump right into it. In the 9th year of Zedekiah king of Judah, in the 10th month, came Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon and all his army against Jerusalem and besieged it. In the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the 4th month, the 9th day of the month, the city was broken up. And all the princesses of the king of Babylon came in. They sat in the middle gate, even Nergal-Sarazir, Shamgar-Nebo, Sar-Si-Chim, Rabsaris, a eunuch, okay, Nergal-Sharazir, Rab-Mag, with all the residue of the princes of the king of Babylon. Now it came to pass that when Zedekiah the king of Judah saw them, and all the men of war, then they fled, and they went forth out of the city by night, by the way of the king's garden, by the gate betwixt the two walls, and he went out the way of the plain. So now they're fugitives, okay. But the Chaldeans' army pursued after them and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho, and when they had taken him, they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Rablah in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. Then the king of Babylon showed the sons of Zedekiah in Rablah before his eyes. Also the king of Babylon slew all the nobles of Judah. Moreover, he put out Zedekiah's eyes and bound him with chains to carry him to Babylon. And the Chaldeans burnt the king's house and the houses of the people with fire, and broke down the walls of Jerusalem. Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captives into Babylon the remnant of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away that fell to him, with the rest of the people that remained. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left the poor of the people which had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying, Take him and look well to him, do him no harm, but do unto him even as he shall say unto thee. So they're showing him kindness. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, sent Nebuzaradan, a Rabsaris, eunuch, Nergal-Sharazir, Rab-Mag, and all the king of Babylon's princesses. Even they sent and took Jeremiah out of the court of the prison, and committed him unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, that he should carry him home. So he dwelt among the people. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah while he was shut up in the court of the prison, saying, Go and speak to Ebed-melech, the Ethiopian eunuch, okay, and saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will bring my words upon this city for evil and not for good, and they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be given into the hand of the men of whom thou art afraid. For I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm almost out of time. Take care. Have a wonderful Friday. Bye.